Hiring an effective team is one of the most important things to scaling a practice. You're one man or woman and a smart one, but you can't do it all, right? So oftentimes what I see doctors doing, unfortunately, is they hire lower level people, office administrative people, and they kind of just take whoever. They don't really want to hire and train and teach. And a lot of times, here's what this rolls back into that most docs don't think about is culture. Like, what's the culture of the practice? Most practices I go into don't have a culture. And they may think they have a culture, but as we test the culture doesn't exist. Because at the end of the day, why I've had success with owning different medical practices and healthcare platforms is early creating a culture in there of people that love to do what we do, people that love to solve problems. And a lot of the problems that these doctors face by not having really quality people on their team are a waste of time. So one of the biggest things I have to help docs do is how to hire a really great team. So that's the first thing, is we get some really good foundational people in the company that just ready to go above and beyond because they're bought in. I also need to make sure, number one, and most importantly, that the doctor supports that culture, because people will follow what you do more than what you say. And so also that there's a leadership side of creating that great culture that pours out to have a team that'll die for you. And then secondly, we need to start scaling the business to afford bringing in mid-level providers for that doctor to start doing a lot of the tasks, treatments, and services they're able to do that the doctor doesn't need to do, so that they can get more time focused on scaling the business. A doc I work with recently, we worked together for a year. He was a sole provider. Today, he has 4 mid-levels that work with him. He has 2 different companies now that are operating and growing rapidly. And he went from an income of $350 a year to this year he'll make $2 million. I think last year he made $900. So he 3x his income within the first 9 months of working with me. And now his focus today is, how does he expand his business? How does he open up more doors to get access to more patients? And then we just keep bringing on new mid-levels. He even told me at our kind of 12-month anniversary of working together, he said, Adam, if you told me where we would be today, a year ago when I started, I wouldn't have moved forward because I would have never believed it's possible. And so I have to remember that when I'm having those conversations with them, so that they can see what's possible. And most importantly, it comes into, how do we build a great team? Because if you don't know how to build a great team and you don't have a great team, you can't see the possibility of taking care of all of these patients that then generate all this revenue. And so that the view is so limited. So working on the team and the culture of the practice and the business is super important. And that's one of the first things that I work on with the doctor that I work with.